Oh, sorry about the lunchbox, guys. It's okay. It's just going to be there and it's fine. Doing a pickups video today. Picking up the games that I showed last time. But this one is going to be for the last 5 or 6 months or so. We'll start with this one. First, Mortal Shell Enhanced Edition. Got this at my local GameStop. It does come with, I believe, a steelbook cover. No, I'm sorry. It comes with a booklet, art book, which is pretty cool. Also got your base game here with the reversible cover. Some more art here. And like I stated before, with the reversible cover. So this is pretty cool. I believe I paid, I think it's $30 for this. Something around that line. So cool, yeah. Mortal Shell Deluxe Edition. Alright, next. Ghostwire Tokyo. This game is, it's a Bethesda. It's a great game. It's different. Definitely a difference of what we're used to the Fallout series. This is basically you run around Tokyo, you get possessed by this soul, and you go around trying to find what happened exactly to those lost souls. Pretty cool game. Next is a 2D platformer. This really hard game, really good game though. This is Prince of Persia: Lost Crown. Picked this up for about $5 at GameStop. It's by Ubisoft. Super fun, super addictive. Oh, case pop. Happens all the time. Again, it comes with your codes and all that good shenanigans. Super clean cover too. Can't complain. Next, this one was really fun. This is Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Zero. What to say about this? Good nostalgia for the first 20-ish minutes or so playing it. Really kind of fell out of this series. Obviously since I was younger, but it is a great game. It's a great multiplayer game. It's hard as hell online. But yeah, if you like fighting games and you like those old school Dragon Ball Z games like Budokai 1 and 2, definitely pick this up. Great game. Up next, another Bethesda game, Deathloop. Now, Deathloop is... How do I explain Deathloop? Deathloop is a take on... Basically, whatever happens to you in one life, you die. It happens again and again and again until you complete the objective. It's kind of like Groundhog Day, but Bethesda, flair. Super fun. Next is believe it or not, an Atari game. This a little bit up those old school Atari, those old school Atari games where it's just mindless fun, get the high score. It is called Lunar Lander Beyond. Super simple game. The objective is you're an aircraft. You have to get to your fuel depot. I believe this is a remake of a classic Atari game, kind of modernized. But yeah, just mindless fun. It's just a quick, you pop it in, a couple missions. Not too bad. Up next, absolutely love this game. This is Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Super fun. It was developed by Square Enix. What can I say about this other than if you enjoy the movies, right, and the comics, this is a really good spin on the Marvel movies. A lot of comedy, a lot of, fun combat, customization. It's just an all great game. Up next is another game by Merge. Never heard of that company before, but this is Foreclosed. This is kind of like a comic book style sort of game, right? And what I mean by that is every decision you make impacts the story of how the game goes. It is driven to a point where it forces you to make some decisions that you can't change, but the way it plays out is sort of like a comic book style. Can be kind of distracting for some. Haven't really gotten too far into this, but would love to give it another shot. Of course, got your racing games, Gran Turismo 7. Can't really say much about this other than it's just your typical Gran Turismo game. Updated graphics, visuals, looks absolutely amazing, plays well. Super fun racing game. Now, this one is special to me because I absolutely love Castlevania. I used to grow up playing Castlevania on the NES. This is Dead Cells Return to Castlevania Edition. And what makes this special to me is there is a separate cover, or I should say, double-sided cover, which sort of gives that old school PlayStation 1 vibe, which is awesome, right? I believe I didn't even realize I had picked this. Well, I should say it this way. I didn't even realize I had this in there until I got it home, played it, and really seen that there was a cover. The codes, unfortunately, have been used, but you played this game prior. This is just a physical copy, so I have all the DLC for this. Great game. Another racing game here, Need for Speed Unbound. Super fun, super addictive. Online is a little kind of hit or miss. Everybody's rootless online, but kind of really play these games just for the story and the racing of it. And I love my cars, so great game by EA, and that's hard to say nowadays, right? Now, my second love other than racing is wrestling. Got 2K25 here for PS5, made by 2K, of course. It does. Okay, so I believe it comes with the Bray Wyatt pack. Super fun game. Only thing I had to kind of nitpick about this game is the mode where all the cards, that mode there with the, not My Rise. My Rise is actually really good this year. So that's no fun. Showcase mode was good. Rule Beyond the Ring was fun. The island is kind of a cash grab, so it's not really happy with that. But all in all, it's a great game. Up next, we got Rise of Ronin. This was a PlayStation Studios, it's all by Team Ninja. Kind of like your Souls-like Ghost of Tsushima mixed all in together. It's super hard. It's not forgiving at all. But it's rewarding once you get through it. Almost finished with this. Up next is the game that consumed my life last year. This is Space Marines 2, made by Saber Focus Entertainment. What can I say except if you've played the Warhammer series, these games back on the 360, it's just a love letter to those games. Super hard, super grindy game. So it's one of those things where you can buy, the packs to get different items, but you can also grind for it in this game. However, now with the new Horde mode, I got to get back to it and give it a shot. Up next is Metro Exodus Complete Edition. This actually came with the codes, and they were not used. I did buy this game used. The codes that were in it were not used, so that was cool. Never really played these games before. Have to give it another shot. Kind of played about 5-10 minutes of it or so. Seems like a fun game. I got just a few more here. We're almost done. Up next is Lords of the Fallen. This game is by Hexworks CI Game Studios. It's a remake of the 2014 game, Lords of the Fallen. If you like Elder Scrolls, meets like Elden Ring almost, this is right up your alley. Super fun game, super hard. Yes, I did pick up Black Ops 6. Story was pretty decent. Definitely not the best of the franchise. Spent most of my time on multiplayer and zombies. My son and I actually played this quite a bit. I believe it's actually on my PlayStation right now. I've actually stopped playing this for a bit. So, but like I said, campaign and zombies, pretty fun. These last 4 games here are the games I just picked up today. We'll start with Tiny Tina's Wonderland. This is the Next Level Edition. Super great condition. It was used. I believe I got it for $30. I'm sorry, $20. Super fun game. I say that because I've played all the Borderlands games and I wanted to give this game a shot. I've had people tell me before this is probably one of their favorites. Comes with some codes here for some next level packs and a thank you letter from the team themselves. So that was pretty cool. You know, nowadays you don't really see booklets in the cases anymore. So it was really cool to see that. I really like that, and I'm curious to give this game a shot. Cool. Up next is, now I know what some of you are going to say, Wiz, why did you buy Outriders for PS5? I never played this game, so I can't say it's bad or if it's good or anything like that. I wanted to give it a shot. I needed to get a physical copy of it. It's by Square Enix. I've seen mixed reactions about it. I remember when this game first came out, there was a lot of positive and a lot of negatives behind it, but it's okay to have your opinions and stuff like that. So I have to give the game a shot. This code, completely useless. It's already expired. But Outriders on the PS5. All right, 2 more here. I'll keep that one for last. Start here with Watch Dogs Legions. This is, if you've played Watch Dogs back in the Xbox One days, PS4 days, it was absolutely awesome. I played the second one. I'm looking forward to playing Legions. I've never played it before. Looks like super fun. Can't wait for that. Now, this game, Gory Cuddle Carnage. I know absolutely zilch about this game. I know what you're thinking. Why pick up a game that has a cat in the cover on a hoverboard with unicorns drooling, pretty much? I don't know. I just decided to pick it up. Haven't done much research on it other than looking at the cover here, but it looks like a really fun sort of hack and slash, maybe. Don't know much about this. It did come with some pretty awesome things in it, though. As you can see here, there is I'm going to leave that back there for you guys. The disc itself, I mean, that's just awesome. It came with some sticker packs here. So it's Cadley. This is Gory, the main character. This is Hoverboard. I believe it's Frank. It's spelled all caps. Now, what was really cool about this, it came with a poster. I won't open it up all the way, but it's a double-sided poster. You don't see that anymore, so that was pretty awesome to see that. Especially being a used copy, people tend to, snag these things right away. Came here with a code, looks like for a reward of some kind. But yeah, Cuddle Carnage on PS5. And that's it for you guys. The total of about almost 30 games or so. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for subscribing. And take care.